You ready?
I thought what you did, I didn't.
It's almost game time, MP. You ready?
Whew. They in for a long night, Coach. I'm already in the zone.
Don't let that distract you from the bigger picture.
Everything I do is about winning championships, Coach. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about championships. I'm talking about your teammates. To achieve your goal for us to become a truly dominant offensive machine, you got to trust. And not just talk about it or think about it, you have to live it. Share the ball. Run the plays. Trust the scheme. That's the only way to get where you want to go.
I got you, Coach.
Fire away, you get in the playoffs. Finally, I'm gonna play it. Wages behind her.
Glad to have you with us for this Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Berry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaken out. You look at the Spurs, this season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches.
Well, right now for the Spurs, I really think the high expectations put a certain amount of pressure on these guys. But to their credit, they have really stepped up to it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's MP. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Larson in at the small forward position. And for the Spurs, Usman Garuba out there with Walker. And then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Castle. And it's Mann in at the point. Well, when you look at MP's team, they are dynamite offensively. One of the top units in the NBA. But the statement by MP that they were intent on beating all top defensive teams in their path, that decree still echoes around the NBA.
You can't say enough about what MP and his team have been able to accomplish against these top defenses. They've gone into these matchups with a target on their backs and turned up the heat with their offense to a point where their opponents just couldn't hang. Very impressive stuff.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
The physicality of the NBA, Grant, it does come along with the risk of injury. These two teams can attest to that.
Yeah, B.A., that is so true. Injuries on both sides. Now, each team looking for their role players to step up. The best team at filling those gaps will likely be the winner tonight. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. MP with it. Garuba on him. Adebayo finds Fox. Here's MP. From 8 feet away. Drops it in. MP's got 6. Here's Mann. Coming off a solid outing against Memphis. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez.
And they have to deal with one of the quickest guys in the league in De'Aaron Fox. Coach told me it's almost impossible to stay in front of De'Aaron, so we'll try to give whoever is guarding him help, especially if Fox gets rolling. We'll see how that plan works.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Come on, man. So aggressive. MP, that trait will take you a long way in this game.
Now here's Mann, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Castle misses. The Heat with the lead. MP inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, how much promise do you see in MP? This young player has so many physical tools that are already there. Now he just has to keep improving.
Washington's checked in for San Antonio. Tyler Hero's checked in for Miami. Here's Castle. Rebound Miami.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And the basket by MP. 12 points for him.
Oh, he's on the attack, hitting 6 of his last 7.
Spurs trail by 3. 1:49 left in the first quarter. San Antonio again can't hit. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Their last encounter in Miami.
They just couldn't get it done against this team last time. Their starters got into quick trouble because of some cheap fouls.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
San Antonio with the ball. Miami making their last shot. And the basket by Castle.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And now that we have a minute, let's take a look at the best shooting teams in the association. Number 1, the Heat.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open.
Yeah, it took me 2 minutes. Good, that's fine.
Need to make something happen. Let's go.
I got you, coach.
Oh, I'll show you.
Capella with it. Garuba on him. Here's MP. MP battles him inside.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
We've got Sharp, Usman Garuba out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Barnes, and it's Mann in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
Barnes passes to man. Back to Barnes. Lots of room. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Here's MP. Power move from MP.
Well, MP knows when he gets the ball that close, he's got to attack.
Spurs trail by 3. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. To the left side wing. Here's Garuba. Guarded by Capella. Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes making that dunk look really easy.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. MP with it, and his man picking him up. MP inside. That's off target. 10 for 12 now. Pass to man. The 3 is up. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. The drive by MP. MP throws it down off the drive.
Terrific movement. MP making a sharp cut inside.
.44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And here's man. Now here's Washington. The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. MP against Washington. Blocked! And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. There's 18 seconds left in the second period. Here's MP. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. MP's got 24 points.
Oh, MP. He got that tweener working.
And the basket by Castle.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Down low, MP drops it in.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Heat leading by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. Let's jump right in with a look at the players of the week. Looking at the East, Jaylen Brown.
You guys remember downtown Freddie Brown?
Yep.
Well, this is uptown Jaylen Brown. Amazing on the court, especially lately. Also off the court, he's great for the city.
And Players Association. Smart dude.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Spurs.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Spurs trail by 5. Setting the floor for the Heat. De'Aaron Fox is out there with MP. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Larson in at the 3 spot. Here's Castle. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Well, MP with fingerprints all over this one, just dominating in effortless fashion right now.
The Spurs shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Outside man, stolen by Capella. And he lobs it up, and finished off by Adebayo.
I'm pass there, they good.
There, vertical, good hands, and the big throwdown.
Oh, yeah.
Man with it. To the middle. Here's Beasley. And the layup is good off the glass. Beasley's got his first basket.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
MP packs it home.
I love the strong finish by MP, leaving no room for error with the flush.
Speed that, catch shot that, score.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Castle for three. He drops it from range. Castle's got 11.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And a chance here to check out some stats for MP.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
The rebound by Man.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Their first missed after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
The confidence that Fox has shown in his shot has skyrocketed the last few years, Brent.
Yeah, the combination, BA, sometimes of you working on your three to gain confidence, but the coaching staff also telling you, go ahead and shoot that shot. I think those things have played out for De'Aaron Fox. Look, he can be streaky, but the fact that he's willing to take it is elevating his play.
Here's MP. MP staying focused.
Fighting through contact. MP. Whew.
Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Man. And the foul called on MP. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's number 4 on him. He's still got a little wiggle room.
Here for San Antonio. So Miami going
But,
with almost an entirely new group here.
MP catch up there, because I want to see like, fucking score.
Here's Lyles. We've got Barnes. P.J. Washington out there with Williams. And it's Lyles in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. It's Barnes on the wing. Pass to Dawkins.
So what are you going to say, Bob?
Here's Lyles from outside the arc. Rebound Miami. Murphy's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's MP. MP converts on the break.
Getting it done in transition. MP's eyes light up when he gets these easy scoring opportunities.
San Antonio's going 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Dawkins. Here's Lyles. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's MP. Right through the D for the layup. MP's got 10 points here in the second half.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So both teams making some changes here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. Confidence is what he's asking for right now. He said, quote, when it's close, we have to keep believing in ourselves. And if we don't think we can pull it out, we've already lost. So some strong words from coach in the huddle. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Garuba. Larson with a rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
MP inside. It's blocked.
He bought it. He bought it. He bought my goal. Bought his goal.
Pass to Walker. Here's Castle. 4-3. Another miss. 6 makes, 6 misses so far. MP, the pass to Fox. Can't cash it in from close range. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Castle. And they cash it in.
I told you I put it in. You don't move with my school pass.
19 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
What a bucket for MP. He's so hungry to own these big moments.
Pass to Castle. Outside Walker. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game. 3-on-3. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got 5 rebounds in the game. Up top Walker. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Capella. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Miami.
They feel like they have an advantage inside. And so far, they've done an excellent job exploiting it.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want, and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line. MP not backing down from the big moment. He embraces the spotlight.
Here's Castle to take the lead. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. MP outside. Pass to Capella. And there's a 3-second violation.
That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
San Antonio's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. .52 seconds left to play in the 4th. Castle. Capella with a rebound. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here's MP. And he sinks it.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Castle for 3. And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Here's MP taking it inside. Down low. Cash.
And no shakiness from...
Somebody get stopped me. Woo!
Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's Castle. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here he goes. Can't get it to fall, and they foul intentionally. Now, they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And Miami has possession. 3-point lead, and an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Why the free throw?
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
He gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
We win.
Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, John, you got first today.
Go, what's the riddle today?
MP, your team has established an identity as one of the league's scoring superpowers. A lot of teams with that label have come up short in the past. What makes you think your team's any different?
You know, John, I didn't play on those teams, so I don't know what went wrong for them. But I do know that the guys in our locker room, you know, they playing the right way, and they've been pouring in points and stacking up wins. And, you know, we didn't play against the teams in 1968 or 1993 or 2012. You know, we play against the teams that are on our schedule, and, hey, we beat them. You know?
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, MP. I see you.
Yes, we're here for us. I in it.
Better come on tonight. What's going to be a long summer in Cancun. Road to the finals is a lot easier if you win this one.
Well, okay, we'll see how I win this one, the finals. Because I know, well.